Good day to you, gentle person from the internet, and thank you for joining me as we have a look at Life and Lemon. And this is the game that says if life gives you lemons, well, all that's happening is that you're harvesting lemons from your orchard, and that's fine. It's a very interesting grow stuff and harvest stuff type of game, with some incremental elements. There's some upgrades and all of that kind of stuff. And it's card based. You're kind of given things that you grow through cards, and yeah, it works quite well. I do have some critiques for post the gameplay session, but we'll leave it for then. Meanwhile, let's just jump in and have a look at how the game flows. Click to start. So this is our game screen. Let's have a look at the UI for a moment first. Well, at the top right we have our money, which are apparently golden leaves. Next to them we have some options with quality of life sound controls. That's about it. Yeah, that's fine. Sufficient options for this sort of state of the game. This is a demo. The developer is moving towards releasing it on Steam. I believe the developer is actually shifting to full-time development, starting with this game as the hopes for the game that keeps his head above water. So best of luck there, developer. I hope this does well. I think it has the potential to do well, but again, we'll chat about that in the critiques a little bit. So that's the right hand corner. The top left corner, this is our level and our reputation. We're the new kid on the block, and we're a little cat-faced figure that's very cute. I like it. The season is spring in the demo. That is the only season, and the weather is sunny. I'm not sure if the weather changes in the demo. It's not bad. There is a shop that is coming soon. It's not in this version yet. There are contracts that are coming soon, not in this version yet. I'm looking forward to those because I think they're going to make the game sort of play a little more varied, a little deeper. And then we have our journal, which is basically our upgrades menu. We have different levels where, as we level up, we upgrade certain basic, I guess you could call them abilities, techniques, that kind of thing. Then we have the sort of the area that we are working in. We can upgrade that. It costs money, 150 gold leaves to start off with, and it gets more expensive each level. We've got 3 levels. And then that will give us these little hammer mini currencies that then we spend on various upgrades that the property then gives us. Whoops. And then we have the bucket list. These are like our goals. We want to reach reputation level 10. We want to get 8 techniques. We want a 3-star rating. All these kind of things. Some of this is a bit linear. It's kind of stuff that we're going to do as we continue playing. And then the excessive ones is kind of harvest 500 crops and accumulate 500,000 gold leaves. We might just have to play it past, I suppose, not the hard end of the demo, the soft end of the demo, just to collect our last couple of bucket list items. And then this is locked. I've no idea what's going to be in there. Yes, and so down at the bottom left is our stamina. We can only do a certain number of things every day. I didn't have any issues with running out of stamina. That's normally enough for whatever we want to do. And the bottom right is our kind of turn counter end cycle. So we do some things, and when we're done doing things, we end the turns like ending the cycle, and then stuff that is going to grow the next cycle we harvest, and all that thing sort of happens, as we shall see in the game flow. So we are given these cards. This is the central kind of gameplay mechanic. We have lemon seeds, and we have 3 blueberry seeds. We can't really do anything other than plant them at the moment, so we might as well do that. You can mouse over a place to plant it. I just wanted to see if it said anything specific. So you can see there's kind of 2 types of soil at the moment, at least in this area. You have coastal soil, and then you just have kind of just regular soil. And I think at this point in the game there's no real difference between them, but you do unlock some boosts for coastal soil, so it makes it a little bit more valuable to grow on that, and we'll see how far we get with that. So anyway, you drag your lemon seed over and you plant it somewhere, and it tells you it's going to take 2 cycles to grow. Blueberry seeds we can just plant in different areas as well. As you can see, each planting takes our stamina down a bit. These will all take 1 cycle to grow, and that's it. That's all the things we can do. So then we click on the end cycle button, and the things that are going to grow in 1 cycle grow, and then the lemon's still going to take another cycle to grow. So if we just click on these, we harvest them, and we got 6 golden leaves. And every cycle we get some more seeds. So we can plant these because these will take 2 cycles to grow. And we might as well plant the blueberries back here. We don't have crop rotation or anything like that yet. And that's consumed all of our energy. So let's finish the day. And boom, we grew some things. We got some gold leaves for them. And that's kind of the gameplay to start off with. Is we just plant stuff, run the cycle, and the stuff grows and we pick it up. And slowly, every time we harvest it, I think, actually possibly every time we plant it as well. Did we get? No. All right, we got reputation / invisible XP for harvesting things, and this then unlocked. We had level 2. And we have unlocked our first technique. So if we go have a look at our journal, at the sort of the techniques page, we can see we got combine, where we combine identical crops to quadruple base yield. So we now need to learn this. Now that it's been unlocked, it will only take 1 cycle to learn. So we click on that. It will be mastered in 1 cycle. We don't need to do anything more yet. So let's just plant these lads. And go to the next cycle. Got some more things to upgrade. And so what we've done is we've mastered our new technique now, which is the combine technique. If life is a deck of cards, then to combine is to stack one on top of another. Weird metaphor, but okay. So now what we can do is we see we have these 2 lemon seeds that are level 1, and we can tell they're level 1 because the border is grey. So they're like our sort of entry level seeds. Which we will harvest for 4. But if we drag one onto the other, they then become a level 2 seed. So instead of harvesting for 4, we would harvest for 16, and they only take up 1 slot. So that is why they are worthy of upgrading, of combining like that. So let's stick that over there. We'll plant it there. We can't combine these yet, but we will be able to eventually. Let's put these in our little island, shall we? Alright, and thus we continue with our progression. We've gone up a little bit because we've planted and harvested some more things. And we grab these, and we're gaining some money. Let's combine these 2 lads. This will be a 1 cycle one, so let's stick them in the middle here. This will be a 2 cycles, so let's stick them over there in the corner. Ching ching ching. Combine these lads. It's the only one we could combine. We'll slap it there. Put these guys in there. Ching ching. More combining to go. Trying to get our level up to level 3. What I am going to do is actually just turn the music down a bit. It is a little bit in my ears, and we want it more in the background. So keep combining, keep growing. I think you're a 2 cycle. You're also a 2 cycle. You're a 1 cycle. Let's put you over there. More combinations. You're a 2 cycle. Let's put you on the island. You're a 1 cycle, let's slap you over there. You're a 2 cycle, let's put you on the island. Alright, another combination. You're a 2 cycle, so we'll put you there. 1 cycle, put you on the island. 2 cycles, put you there. Oh, we've got a new technique available. Now let's have a look at it. Cross-pollinate. Now this is quite nice because it's how you unlock sort of new different kinds of crops, as long as you have the base seeds. So it will take us 2 circles to learn that. So let's get that learning at the moment. We nearly got enough to upgrade our island as well. Here are 2 cycles. Let's put you on that side. Here are 2 cycles there. 1 cycle, put you over there. Consume you. Now what we can also do is we can go over here to our journal. We can upgrade our island. So we click on the upgrade to make this pop out. Cards have a 30% chance, extra 30% chance to be uncommon. Just the green ones, the combined states, I suppose. And then our next level, cards will have a 15 chance to be rare, which is, I suppose, the next combined state up. And we unlock a new crop, which is tangerines. That's quite nice. But now that we've upgraded, we've spent our 150 gold leaves, the next upgrade will cost 2,500. That's fine, we won't take too long to get there. But what we can do is increase our logistics with these hammer currencies that we earn from leveling up. So we can start with biodiversity. Max crops. Oh no, we can't start with biodiversity because these are still locked. I'm not sure what unlocks those, but I think just a level that'll unlock at a certain level. But we have 6, we can just spend it on supply chain, so we get more cards per cycle. Stamina, so we have more stamina per cycle. And fertilized soil, which will improve our soil quality, so we get more money for things. So you can see maybe it'll only level up after the next one. So let's just combine our lads. You are 1 cycle, so we'll slap you in there. And you are 2 cycles, so let's put you in there. Okay, we've mastered our new technique. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We upgrade those. If we have a look at our soil, we now see it's all soil quality 3, so we'll get more money for planting in that soil. So now we can do something interesting. Before, let's just swap these around. Oh well, I did it accidentally there. So if you grab one of the things and you drag it onto a different kind, it combines to give you a new ingredient, which is a cloudberry seed. Now this will combine with other cloudberries to produce stuff. I just want to see something here. So we can combine the grapes with the lemons, but if we upgrade the lemons, we can no longer, because you can't combine a common with an uncommon. But if we combine the grapes, oh, we can't, because these grapes are also combined. Okay, so if we combine the grapes with the lemons there, we can combine 2 uncommons, and we get an uncommon. So if we combine 2 uncommons, we get an uncommon hybrid. Whereas if we combine 2 uncommons of the same kind, we get a rare. So we have our hybrid, who will give us 18 times 4. I'm not sure. Yeah, 18 times 4. Okay, he doesn't care where we plant him. That's 1 cycle's worth. Cloudberry will give us 16. I don't understand why that was 18 times 4 rather than just 72. That's an interesting question. Alright, and the blueberries we'll just plant there. Now you can't keep seeds to combine in later cycles. The moment you click the cycle button, all of the seeds get taken away and you get a new batch. Which is a pity. I would like a seed store where I could drag seeds and then combine them when I'm going for certain things. But alright, we'll talk about that in the critiques. Let's hit the cycle. So take all of those. Let's make some hybrids, shall we? Nice. It's a 2 cycle hybrid. We'll put you in there. 1 cycle hybrid. Stick you in the island. Cha-ching. Oh, that's a rare. Let's combine the 2 rares, and then we get 2 uncommons, and then we get a rare. 2 times 16. Alright, we'll stick you up at the top. Let's make a rare lychees as well. And the blueberry, you can go there. Alright, chunk of cashola there. Combine you. We get a rare lychees. Put you in there. We can get a rare blueberry as well. I mean, maybe the hybrids are better. I don't know. I'll put you up there. Let's make some hybrids, shall we? Can I combine you with anything? No. Can I combine you? I can. Can I combine you? No. Alright. Well, let's start putting you out. Oh, and we've gone up a level. New technique available. What have we got? Not you. There. Soil study. Utilize soil study to increase crop base yield. I don't know what that means, but let's do it. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means in terms of gameplay mechanics. I think it just makes the soil slightly better, makes it give us a bit more money. I don't know if there's anything we especially need to do for it, though. Alright, let's grab that lot. Lemon and lychee, ruby lime. Lychee and lychee, blueberry and blueberry. Fine. Stack up there. Blueberry and lemon. Blueberry and lychee. Can't combine with anything else there. So let's put these lads all on the island, shall we? Mastered new technique. Alright, so that was the soil technique. Who knows what that actually does? Maybe it gives us more money. I don't know. I don't know. What are we aiming for? Level 5, obviously there. This was 2,500, I think. So we need to get a little better at stuff, but we're doing absolutely fine. As you can see, the stamina doesn't really make much of a difference. I think it's worth more to combine these. Make different hybrids. Can't combine the hybrids to make a hybrid. Chunk of cash, nice. Oh, new technique available. Irrigation. Increase base yield by 50% for crop planting on coastal tiles. So as you can see, some of the tiles are marked as coastal, others are not. So we need to look for coastal tiles to put our things on because they're being irrigated. We haven't unlocked that technique yet. Let's just slap these lads on the island, shall we? Why not? Oh, we should have a good harvest. Lots of things. Put the rare lemons there. Come on, plant. I like the fact that it tells you how much you're going to get from harvesting it. 2 different levels of these lads. Nice. Mastered new technique. So now the coastals are better than the not coastals. So if I, for example, wanted to plant, well, let's combine them, these lemons, you can see it would give me 168 there, but only 112 there, because these coastal areas are better. Let's combine these lads. Same thing, 114 through a lot of places, 76 through others. So now we need to be careful about that. This one doesn't care where we place it. We can just place it anyway. Alright, well. Let's get ourselves some rare blueberries. Lemons. So just tuck in over there. Uncommon lychees. Doesn't matter where it is. Cycle. Ding, ding, ding. How am I doing? 2000. Nearly onto level 6. I think I'll probably stop at level 6 and we can talk about the game a bit. And that should be sufficient. There we go, new technique available. What's our new technique? Chain together. Adjacent crops of the same species will form a chain. Give bonus yielding by length of chain. So now we have an interesting balance to do, which is why I wanted to wait till this point, because I'm not sure what the optimal path is here, because now we don't want to combine our seeds too much, because it's more worth our while to have many of the same. Except that we don't get many of the same. See, we only have 2 of each here. Also, I don't know if for example, that will give us 42 on harvest. But now if I plant more lemons next to it, they all claim to give us 42. Well, we'll have a little experiment there. It'll be the last thing we do. Let's combine you. Can't combine you. Alright, so we'll just stick these lads over here, shall we? Alright, so now cycle. So this should give me 42. Right. Okay, now if I just stack these lemons all over here. You still say 42. Now I want to check if I level up. I go here and I go 48. Alright, so that gave me a bonus because they were next to other lemons. And then you would have to sit and calculate and see if the bonus for being adjacent to others is better than the bonus for combining them. I think combining them still might be higher. So that might give you more than not combining them or combining them with something else. It'd be interesting to be able to figure that out. It would be nice if there was like a drop down that gave us ideas for the various things. And now we have the ability to again level up our space. And we have tangerines now. And we have a lot more things. We have biodiversity, more crops types per cycle. max crop type per cycle. Alright, so let's increase that. We can increase these. I'll leave ourselves with 2 hammers left. Let's increase him. That's 5. And let's give ourselves extra card per cycle. Why not? Combine the lemons. You can go over there. Lychees, let's put you over there. Blueberry seed. That's another thing I was wondering. See, now this will give us 30, 11, and 42. Now we go through the cycle. I'm not going to plant these other cards because I want to test this out. So now this will give us. Was this 42? Come on, mouse over. That's not telling us. Anyway, if I jump this one up once more, now there are 3 here. The stupid till tip is not coming back. That's the soil type. Alright, so I've had 48. I don't know. I don't know if having that extra one there and just leaving it there unharvested for a cycle then gave us more money for the other 2. I think it might do. I mean, that would make sense to me. But this is the gameplay. It is meant to be relaxing gameplay. I hope you found it relaxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come and give this game some love, give the dev some attention, and keep an eye out for that Steam wishlist. Yeah, this is a good game, and I'm going to stop the gameplay showcase right there. I'm going to say, if you like or dislike the game, like I said, come and give the dev some love. Don't tell me about it, because I am not the developer. I can't make it. I can't change it in any way. I'm just showcasing it for you. So go and tell the dev. But you can leave me comments on my video, even if you're not, talking about the game. Even if you don't want to talk to the dev about it, that's fine. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to know what you think about it. On the other hand, if you like or dislike the video specifically, then definitely tell me that in the comments, and leave a like or a dislike on the video. And drop a subscribe if you want to see more indie games reviewed, because that's kind of what we do around here. We look at indie games and I show them to you, and I try and do a game a day. So yeah, it's well worth sticking around to find that steady stream of entertainment coming in. Yeah, and that's it for the gameplay. So if you're heading out now, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. If you're sticking around for the critiques, well, okay, starting with the UI, I like the UI. I think it's very comfortable. I think it's very easy to see. I can't wait to see what the shops and the contracts look like, and how it changes under the sort of the season changes and the weather and all of that kind of stuff. I think that'll make it quite interesting and quite deep. Not much of a tutorial, not much explanation on how the things work. I didn't quite understand that I had to wait for these upgrades. Like you got to unlock it and then click it and then wait for it after you've clicked it. I didn't get that at first. So kind of the experience taught me that, and that's not a good experience for a new player of your game. So maybe a little more attention on the tutorials, on taking a brand new player by the hand and saying, all right, settle and relax, this is how you play the game. You really want that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's the UI stuff in general in the tutorial. Now I will say, and I don't know if this fits more into gameplay or UI, I got tired of the cards combining. I think some kind of UI where you click on a let's combine cards button and it sort of opens up something in front of your face with all the cards on it, and you can kind of see what'll combine with what, and make it a bit more obvious how you can combine them and what the results will be before you click the commit button and go, okay, these are the combinations I want to make. Click to confirm, and then all the combinations actually happen. Because like this, I just got tired and slightly cross-eyed trying to figure out what I could combine and with what. And then I made the combinations, I planted them all, and I clicked the button, and boom, there's this whole new bunch there all over again. So that I found that tiring and kind of frustrating in a way. So I don't really, I like the basic idea of this mechanism. I like having these cards. I like having the ability to combine them. but I just think it needs its own dedicated UI to give you the ability to do that, to show you how the combinations are going to unravel, how they might work and things like that, and the ability to undo it until you click confirm and go, right, that's your combinations, and then get taken back to the screen to do the planting. I mean, this is really the gameplay side of things, but the planting was kind of dull. Just drag the stuff and click the stuff, and then there's certain stuff that's you can put it in, but you have to mouse over to check what it is. And it would be nice if the colors shifted and you could see more easily what the areas in your little orchard are relevantly like, in terms of where's a good place to plant and a bad place to plant. And more on that, it would be nice if there was good and bad places depending on the crops that you have. So for example, the coastal areas that's well irrigated might be good for like blueberries and tangerines, but not so good for lemons because they prefer drier soil. So the lemons will do better in the basic soil, not the coastal soils. Something along those lines. So it isn't here's a good place and here's a bad place. It's here's a good place for these crops and this other thing is a good place for these crops, but they're bad for the other crops, and vice versa, and all that kind of stuff. If that makes sense. So yeah, a little bit more depth there, a little bit more, I suppose, options depending on what you have. That then defines where you plant it in the orchard and that kind of stuff, and wind elements and things, just to add the extra depth. But taking a step back for the sounds, I like the sounds. I like the card shuffling sounds. There's no real planting sound, is there? Just a joof. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, I take it back. That is quite a pleasant sound. That crunch. I like that. Have we got any one cycles? I just want to listen to the harvest sound. Only one cycle. All right. Well, that's a cycle. Okay, it's sort of a chilling. I don't know. It might be a bit nicer if it was like a rustle sound, like a bush being shaken. And something like that should be the harvest sound. But I don't know. Those are very, very minor details. Tilling is not bad because it's the money, I guess. And there again, as a gameplay mechanic, it would be nice if you harvested the stuff and you didn't immediately get the money for it. It went into your warehouse and you had to upgrade and manage your warehouse better. And then from there it went into like sales. You could sell from your warehouse over time, sort of apply sell orders, and it would slowly pick away at the kind of crops that you have. And you got more for different kinds of crops, like you would saturate a particular kind of crop on the market, and then you would have to adjust it and things like that. And I know that's taking a step away from the relaxation element. What does that make? Oh, passion fruit, right? And not everybody likes the idea of that kind of management stuff, in a relaxation game. But I think the option to have it there, so you could ignore it or you could focus on it to optimize your gameplay, would be the best plan there. You kind of want it for the people who want to play it, but it should be ignorable. Like if you just put stuff in your warehouse and you sort of had a base open order of here's the fruits I have, buy it, and then people come and buy it at a certain rate, then not, that's fine. That's just the game flow, and that's all they have to think about it. But if you start creating specific sell orders at higher prices and things like that, and keeping an eye on what you and other sort of farmers, orchardiers, I don't know, what do you call someone who has an orchard? Just a farmer? The orchard people might be saturating the market with different things, so you have to adjust your buy and sell orders, and all of that kind of stuff, and the seasons and things could then have an effect. I think it would add a nice sort of second layer of gameplay. And then going back to what I talked about, combining the cards, it would be nice if you could set up like auto combinations. So as the seeds come in, if you have seeds, you have like priority lists. It's like I want to combine and make passion fruit as my highest priority. So any seeds that you could combine to make passion fruits are the ones that get done automatically, and boom, here's your passion fruits. And then all of the other seeds you can look at and sort of make decisions about. if you want to, or otherwise just store the seeds for the next cycle or something like that. I don't like the idea that if you click the cycle, all of these seeds just go away. Yeah, you can just keep cycling through it and just not doing anything if you want. I don't think they should go away. I think they should get stored, and then you're able to pick from them, and maybe have to purchase seeds or something like that, something along those lines. I don't know. Again, it's taking a step away from the relaxation elements and towards the more, management / micromanagement game. Obviously, that's the balance you need to decide that you're trying to maintain there. But that's, as someone who likes management games, I'm leaning in that direction. So that's my comment. And then the thing that I always bring up is the immersion element of the lore. I'd love to know what my orchard is, why I've taken over it. Who am I? What's going on? I'm Bonnie, apparently. Tell me more story about the context and things like that. And again, as I've said in others, don't shove that into the player's face. Don't make them sit through introduction cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. But just have another tab here that just says, oh, this is what the farm is about. This is the storyline. This is why there's a bucket list. I guess, that's really the only story there. It's this bit here where we're just saying, all right, we need to do all of these things, and then we become a serious farmer. It's like, well, who are we? Why are we becoming a serious farmer? How do we make these decisions? What kind of farmer? Are there different kinds? Just more storyline context past all of this would be nice. As I always say, these are just my comments as I play the game. This is already the plans. Apologies if you have better plans, even better. But that's what I'm thinking, and I hope that's useful. And thank you for making amazing. Oh, we've got 2 blues. Can we combine them into a purple? Oh, 960. Nice. It doesn't. 640. All right, I'll slap it in there. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. And I hope that was interesting. I hope this is an interesting looking game, and I hope you guys come and play it and enjoy it, and then wishlist the game as it comes out in Steam, because I think once things like the contracts in the shop are unlocked and more layers are added in by the developer as he develops it further, I think this could become quite a seriously enjoyable, serious contender for a farming game and a relaxing game together. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. And thank you for watching, and link is in the description. Come and give this game some love, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.